How did Romans make purple dye? Have you ever wondered how the ancient Romans created that stunning purple dye that symbolized wealth and power? The process is fascinating and reveals much about their economy and trade. The Romans produced this famous dye, known as Tyrian purple, from sea snails found in the Mediterranean Sea. The primary species used were from the Muricidae family, with the spiny Murex being the most notable. To gather enough snails for dye production, workers would collect them in large quantities. It took thousands of snails to produce just a small amount of dye. Once collected, the snails were processed to extract the dye. The first step involved breaking open the shells to access the glands that produce the dye. These glands were then placed in containers, typically made of lead, filled with salt water or brine. The next step was to heat the mixture slowly. This heating process could last several days, sometimes up to 10 days. During this time, the mixture would emit a strong and pleasant odor, which ancient writers often noted. As the mixture heated, the color would change from blue to reddish purple, depending on the conditions. The final color and quality of the dye were influenced by factors like temperature, oxygen, and light. Once the dye was ready, fabrics were soaked in the solution. The duration of soaking determined the intensity of the purple color. The longer the fabric remained in the dye bath, the deeper the shade of purple it would achieve. This dye was highly color-fast, meaning it did not fade easily, making it even more desirable. Purple fabric became a luxury item in ancient Rome, reserved for the elite, including emperors and senators. It was often used for ceremonial robes and other prestigious garments. The production of purple dye was labor-intensive and required specialized knowledge, making it a significant industry in ancient Rome. The trade in purple dye played an important role in the Roman economy. The finished product was highly valued and often exported to other regions. The color purple itself became a symbol of status and power, reflecting the wealth of those who could afford to wear it. In summary, the Romans made purple dye by harvesting sea snails, extracting their dye glands, and processing them in brine-filled containers with controlled heating. This labor-intensive process not only produced a vibrant dye but also contributed significantly to the Roman economy and social structure.